Welcome again to the CSS tutorials. In this video, let's learn about the styling options available for fonts and tables. First, the fonts. The common styles applied to fonts are font family, font style, and font weight. Let's see them one by one. Let's start with font family. Font family specifies the font type we want in our web page. Here I have created 3 H3 tags. Each have different IDs. I gone up and gave the values to the font families. You can ask why there are multiple values for font family. That's because the browser checks the availability of the first specified font family. If that font family does not exist in the browser, it chooses the next. So what happens is, when I specify Times New Roman, if the Times New Roman does not exist in the browser, it goes to the Times. If Times 2 does not exist, it goes to the serif. This serif, sans serif and monospace are called as generic font family. They are the basic types of font family, so they tend to exist in every browser. Let's go ahead and see how the output is. The output produced has 3 different font families for 3 different texts. Next up is font style. The font style property is mostly used to specify italic text. So I have gone ahead and created an h3 tag and given the class name as italic. Let's go to the style and give the style for this. Let's see how it changes the output. Obviously, this produced an italic text. The last one is font weight. The font weight property specifies the weight of the font, and also this is commonly used for bold text. I have now created an h3 tag with a class name bold. Let's follow the same thing we did for italic. You may have already guessed what the output will be. This produced an bold text. Now a question may arise in you, why can't we use italic and bold tags instead of these styling options? That's because when you are dealing with a mass number of tags, the bold and italic tag may confuse you. That's why we use this font style and font weight attributes. Next up is the tables. The styling options available for tables are table borders, table height and width, table padding. Now let's move to the tables. Let's create a basic table first. And there we go. The first property we are going to see is table borders. To specify the table borders, we use the border property. We want borders to our table and its data. So th and td. Border. We want our border to be 2 pixels wide and solid. Let's go ahead and see how this turns out. It fulfilled what we gave, but as you see, the borders are applied to each table data and it looks kind of awkward. That's why we use border collapse property. The border collapse property sets whether the table borders should collapse into a single border. To do this, we want another table style and add the border collapse property. Give the value as collapse. Let's see how this turns out. Now all the borders are merged to create a table. This is what we normally want. Next we are going to see about table width and height. The width of the table is normally given into the table element. So the table is normally distributed in the website. And the height attribute are given to the table header or table data. This is because we want height of an individual cell, not the entire table. Let's see how this turns out. As given, the width of the table is 50% of the entire page. The height of the table header is 50 pixels. You can add table data to give equally distributed table. Next, we will see about table padding and table alignment. The table padding is used to control the space between the border and the content in the table. We can use this padding property for TD and TH. Let's give padding for this TD and TH. Padding, let's give 10 pixels. Now there is a 10 pixel distance between the border and around the content. Next is table alignment. The text align property sets the horizontal alignment of the content. Since we are giving this property to the content, we should give this to th and td. Text align center. Now all our data is center aligned. Thank you for watching video. Happy learning.